Good morning, Stampers. It's Nemi Batstone here with Nemi's Crafty Cafe. Welcome to June. It is June 2nd. I still honestly cannot believe it is June. And it's hard to believe that anything is happening this quickly. And I think I got sound, so I'm good to go. Oh, I apologize. Why is that thing rocking, eh? I must have nudged the table, so it just kind of moved. So if you're here, thank you for joining me. I'm just checking to make sure my screen here is, why am I crooked, right? But maybe I should leave it crooked, then it'll keep you awake. So if you're there, don't forget to like, share, comment to win, to be entered to win the prize draw this week, which features balloon festoon. So good morning, Shell. Good morning. Thank you for joining. How you doing? Looking forward to seeing you this Thursday. I feel like I miss all of you. So I'm having team meeting this Thursday. And it feels like it's been forever. I think it's because I had such a crazy May. The last 3 weeks were insane. 2.5 weeks, actually. Really 2 weeks. Yeah, 2.5 weeks. So anyway, it's a big day today at Stampin' Up. Wild Bunch is now available. I placed my order this morning and looking forward to this stamp set coming my way. It is also July pre-order. So if you are a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you get to pre-order all the new stuff as well. So I hope, and I didn't place my order till now because I was waiting. Not only that, but take a look at our online exclusives product list because, oh, sorry. I mean, this is for demonstrators. So there is a pre-order for demonstrators, but I'm going to share with you, if you're part of my newsletter, you need to be, because if you are part of my email list, I kind of try and send news when I can, but I've been quite busy, so I'm a little behind, but I'm going to send you a link to check out what's coming up in July. So I'm looking forward to it. And July is also when I do Christmas in July. So I'm hoping to be able to schedule that for July 25th, but I'm just trying to work out my schedule right now and figure out how that is going to look like. Also, I wanted to let you know, where is it? I thought I printed it. I guess I didn't. Okay, so what's it called? The last chance product list, that's it. I thought I printed it, but I didn't. But the last chance product list has been updated as well. So there's some good stuff in there that if you haven't had it yet, now is the time to get it. So if you place $100, don't forget to add the Wild Bunch stamp set, 167987 for $7. So you get that. Plus you get entered into my July card craft along class for free. So don't forget that. You only need a minimum of 60, but at 100, you get the card class and the Wild Bunch. There are still a few items that are currently on unavailable, so don't forget. Make sure you check that box because it will come into you in your email and tell you it is available. The new paper pumpkin kit is also available until the 10th, so don't forget to grab that. Check it out, try it out. And if you do, I'll be sharing some alternative projects you can make with it. And then as well, and if you do, I will send you a card kit with some of my the pieces that I use to make an alternative card or two. Okay, that's it. Lots of news, and lots to remember, but it's just, crazy. So I wanted to share with you today, as all week I'll be sharing with you, which is balloon festoon. I want to always say fentoon. I don't know why, but I just want to say fentoon. But this is the actual stamp set. It's not as pretty, so I wanted to show it here. And then these are the dies that go with it. Now there is a smaller one, which I was using to cut out all the pieces. That belongs there. And I thought these were 2 single dies, but it's actually 1 die. So you get to cut out 2 strings, balloon strings, at the same time, which is really nice because it literally, you could fit it, if you tape it down, you could fit it in a 1/2 inch, into a 1/2 inch strip, which really we get quite often when we cut down layers to go onto our cards. Okay, so there's that. And so we're going to create with that, but I'm also going to bring in the scallop blooms dies. So this is what they look like. So here's one of those where you don't really necessarily need the whole bundle. You can just buy the die set and get a lot of fun out of this one. And this, like the balloon one, has this massive die right here that can be easily used for tags or for cards. Because you can see here, it's bigger width-wise than a standard card base. So it's definitely something to look at. What are you doing, kitty? Sorry, distracted. He's shoving himself into the corner there where I have like, I don't know. Oh, he's got it. Oh my goodness, he's got a toy in there and now he's trying to get it out. Lovely. Okay, so if you hear a lot of rattling, I apologize. It's just my cat going crazy in the corner here. Whatever. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I also like the fact that it's got some tag, like a few sentiment labels here. So again, I didn't buy the stamp set. I just bought the dies. So that is something to look at. Okay, so what are we creating? Hello, Kathy. Thanks for joining me today. And here is the card we're going to create. And so I did do a little bit of, well, I'll show you some techniques that I've done to create this card. So you're going to definitely need, let's get organized. I'll get all my pieces here. So we need a card base. So I took a Misty Moonlight and went lengthwise. So it's going to be tent. It's going to be portrait. And I did it tent-wise, which means tent like this. And then we need a strip of designer series paper. So this one's got some splatter marks on it. And the designer series paper I used, and I'm telling you, I really miss my DSP pages because it's so confusing. Everyday Essentials. So Everyday Essentials has these gorgeous, this is probably my favorite one out of the whole pack. And then next to it, which I've used quite a bit of already, is the plaid yellow in here. So who doesn't love a good plaid, right? So I've used quite a bit of it already, so I don't have much to showcase on it because I don't even know if I can make a DSP share because that's how much I've used it. But it's a gorgeous pack. The number is 167702. And it coordinates, this Everyday Essentials coordinates pretty much with any of our current designer series paper. It is so much fun. And then also you can use it, I believe I gave it to you in your DSP share, so it should be there. And then like I said, we used the scallop. So this scallop I used, I believe is the third largest. I just want to double check because I don't know. So how wide is it? Let's see. It is about 3.5 inches wide. So yeah, I think it's the third largest right there. So it's the third largest one. So if you have the scallops, you'll know which one to make. So if you don't, you could always just use a circle or a different type of patterned circle. I mean, you could also use a square, that will work as well. So, but I've chosen to use the scallop. Then you, from the pieces, we'll do some. Then on the designer series paper 2 that's in this pack, I picked up some bubble bath and I just cut it at 3 1/4 by 4. So it's just gonna fit here like this. And then from the balloon festoon, we need some balloon strings and some balloons. So we're going to do those. And then, what did I do? Okay. And then a piece for the inside. So this is your standard layer, 4 by 5 1/4. I believe I used white willow. Oh no, this time I used basic white. Oakley dokley. So let's get our stamping on. So here's a piece of Misty Moonlight. And I'll show you a little trick I like to do every once in a while. Just to give something a little bit more texture. I'll drop you down a bit so you can see it better. And that is to take some clear Versamark ink or powder. So we're going to use clear instead of our traditional gold and white, which I seem to use the most of. I rarely use copper. And we're going to stamp a balloon on here. So what it's going to do is it's just going to make it pop more and make it glossy. So I've got the balloon, and just so you know, the balloon has, we're going to try and keep those, but sometimes your ink bleeds into it and then you can't see those 2 dots, but we should see something. So I'm just going to take this, and hopefully this works, because usually I use my, what do you call it? Misty, my Stamparatus, or your Misty. Oh, good morning, Nancy. Hello. Thanks for joining me today. It's nice and sunny and windy out today, and one kid has practice, one has a game, can't go to both, so joy. I always end up missing Bishop's games, unfortunately. Okay, so we're stamping clear embossing powder. So, oh, see, I didn't do that one very good, but let's see. And I also didn't, you know, I'm going to do it again. I'm sorry. I'm just going to do it again. Don't trust myself. I should really go get my Stamparatus. I'm too lazy. You know what? I can't be lazy because that's not helping you, right? Let's get real. I just don't trust myself. I told you many times I'm not the greatest stamper. So I'm going to stick this on here. Okay, I grabbed it. So I'm going to stick it on here like so. And I already put my powder. I'm just going to stick it here in the corner. I think I have a double mat. Nope, I don't. Okay, just making sure. And then I'm just going to clean this real quick because I'll have to figure out where it goes. Okay. It's hard to believe it's a Tuesday and that is June. Isn't that crazy? So I'm just going to drop that right there. Pick that up. Okay. Doesn't matter what shape it is in. And then I'm just going to slide my block under there. Now we're going to ink it. And you know what? I'm going to ink it twice because this is Versamark and we want to make sure it's in there. Because like I say, I'm not a very good stamper. Actually, that turned out pretty good. So I'll just, you know, ink it up a bit more. And hopefully I get it in the same spot. And I'm in your shirt. I can't seem to get that one spot there. So let me try that again. It's like right there. You know what? I didn't even use my Stamparatus when I made 2 of these earlier. And now I'm struggling. It's probably because I'm live, right? And you're all here watching me. It's always the case, but it might work. So let's see. We shall see. Terrible. Okay, I'll move that out of the way. And then where is my stuff? There it is. So I'm going to use this because I don't have it in a little container. I rarely use clear, so that's probably why. Oh, see, it's stuck anyway. So we're going to tap, tap, tap just to get rid of all that extra. And I'm going to just put a bit more. I'll show you another trick if it doesn't actually hold, but it should be fine. And close this. I'll dump my powder later and put that aside for now. And then, oops, let's make a lot of noise. And then we'll heat emboss it. So it's clear right now, and you can see all that lovely powder. There's that single fleck there. Hopefully that's nothing. And then we're just gonna heat it up. And because it's clear powder, you're not gonna see a lot of color. But what it does is it pops up that misty, you place an order, standard shipping. What? Okay, you have horseshoes, because I never get that. I'm telling you, I'm so jealous, because that never ever happens to me. So there it is, and you can see the 2 lines in there that show like that balloon thingy. And then also, right, like there's that 2 lines. You can also, when you die cut it, when you die cut these massive balloons, you can use those little lines, those little swirls there. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my mini because we need that. And I've already die cut everything else. So I'm just going to raise you. Yeah, jealous. So jealous, Shell. That never happens to me. I wish I could be that lucky. So I'm going to stick this in here, and then we're going to grab that, and we're going to grab this. So you're going to have to do this 3 times because we have 3 balloons. And where is... Okay. So I'm just trying to make sure I can see that. I'm just going to put a piece of tape there to hold it. And then I'm just going to add this on top. Drop. And then slide that through. These are newer plates. So that's why they look so pretty and you can see through them. Okay. So now let's see. That's now garbage. And ta-da! There it is. Looks good, looks good. I'm slightly off on the other side there, but I think I did pretty darn good. Oh, there's a piece of hair, paper stuck, so I'll just scrape that off, and it comes off. Okay, I'm going to stick that back onto my case there, and I really need to place an Amazon order so I can get more magnetic sheets. They don't give you enough in the pack. Okay, so I already did this twice to save time and did my other 2 balloons, which is in bubble bath. So I'm going to just bring you back down again so you can get a better view. So there's our 3. And then we also needed a 3 strings. So there's our 3. So we're just going to take, like, these are super long, but they're great if you're a scrapbooker. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if you put these on scrapbook pages, fantastic. So I'm just going to take a piece of mini glue dot, stick that on the back there. And then I'm going to grab this. Now you can put this here on the front and cover that up, but I'm just going to stick it on the back because I like this one already. I'm fine with that. And I'm just going to drop that right into place there. So there's my 1. Then we're going to do it again. And then there's 3. Oh, oops, I missed a dot, which does happen often. And then 2. And then the last one. So, oops, I prefer to put it on the back of this because it's the, oh man, I missed one. That's okay, we'll come back to it. Okay, and then we'll stick that on the back. So now we've got our 3 balloons ready. So we need to do a little bit more stamping, and that is for the inside. So let's get that one over with. So I used Misty Moonlight and Bubble Bath. So we're going to use Misty Moonlight and Bubble Bath. And I'm going to take the sentiment, let's celebrate. Because we did happy birthday. We're going to do happy birthday on the front. So on the back, on here, I'm going to put let's celebrate. And then I'm going to take some scrap paper. I have a piece of scrap here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, I don't know where it is. I'll just use this one then. It was right here. I had it, oh, it's probably tucked under something. So I'm going to put that under there because we're going to do 2nd generation. And I'm going to take this, which is one of the stamps. Go like so, because I don't want all that darkness, and go like that. So I'm just tapping it lightly, and then put another one here. So now I have the 2. Then we're going to do the same thing with Bubble Bath with the stars. So this one I want to make sure I got. Excellent. And we'll just squeeze that in there somewhere. I'm okay if it overlaps, by the way. You know, stamp off. And then do another one on this side. Just want to make sure those stars get in there. So that is the inside of the card. And then we need our little strip, which will say, happy birthday. So there's this long happy birthday in here, which is kind of nice. And since I can't stick my head underneath, I'm just going to turn this sideways so I know if I'm straight or not. And hopefully I don't drop my block. And I'm going to stick happy birthday in the center as best as I can. And there you go. So now it says happy birthday. Now, for fun and giggles, we're going to take an envelope. You know what I really wanted to say. And we're going to do the same method like we did with the inside of the card. So I'm going to take stars. And you know what? Maybe this time maybe I'll just do single strength. Or not, because that didn't turn out very good. And go here. And then maybe I'll add another one there. Oh, hello, Christine. Thanks for joining me. How was the weather? Was it hot and sticky? I think it's supposed to be a hot one again today, right? Chance of showers today, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I just want to make sure, because look, I got that big glob in there. So I'm going to clean my ink, my pad. Oops. Sorry. So, stamp that. Oh, I still have that. So I just want to make sure. Okay. As long as I'm gentle, I should be okay, I hope. There we go. And then we're just pretty much going, oh man. So that tells me that this was not manufactured very well, like deep enough. So be gentle, because otherwise I'm going to clean that up just to be safe. Otherwise it will go, you'll get that big smear mark. Okay, so there is our envelope. I'm going to clean that up in case I get it all over me. So there is our fun envelope. Now you could also do it on the front or put designer series paper, whichever you like. So we're just going to close these up now that all of our stamping is done, and we'll assemble. So I got one more little tip to show you too, which I like to do every once in a while. And I'm going to fold this in half and burnish this edging like so. And then we're going to assemble this on here. So I love these little splatter marks. So on this 12 by 12, there's splatter marks everywhere. You know why it's going to rain? It's because my kids have soccer tonight. And, you know, one is in like, what is it? What's that area called in St. Vital? Island Shore Park. So just off, I can't pronounce the name. The old Bishop Grandin. I can never pronounce it properly, so I'm not going to even try. Now we're going to take our scallop and put that there, but we're going to do something fun with it. And I'm going to add dimensionals to give it some lift. Actually, I'm going to put dimensionals twice. So if you plan on mailing this card, you just want to do one layer of dimensionals. So you can decide which one it's going to be, but I chose to do both, which is this and the balloons. Oi, that just jumped right out of my hand. Okay, so now before we go any further, I threw some ink onto here and some water onto a block and some water from my paintbrush. And then I'm going to just tap and splatter. Now, you can use blending pens or Copics or markers, but I don't like to do that because I don't like to wreck my tips. And we'll just add more splatter here. And you could add as much ink as you want. And then you could even tap like this. It works. And I'm going to clean this later. But now I have, you can see it already, splatter marks to match the splatter marks. I guess is the way I say it. Okay, so now these just go here. like so, however you like to put it. You know, I hope it doesn't rain later. Well, mind you, so Bart gets to go to all of Bishop's games because I'm team manager for Benjamin's team. So I miss out. And then, so I have to go to practice tonight. Boring. So that is how that will look. So let's grab dimensional. So at this point, if you were to mail it, you would have to choose to put dimensionals on the back of this or the balloons, because then it becomes too thick and then you can't, it'll be difficult to get in there. So we're going to put one there and put one there. Oh, come on. It'll just go to oversized mail, that's all. And then I'm going to kind of tilt it. Now you'll see this guy wiggles a lot, but that's okay because you can just force it to go wherever you want later. Good morning, Janice. How are you today? Thank you for joining. I also wanted to let you know that I'm still working on who gets to go in the draw for the giveaway. So I'll do that today. I apologize, but since I've been back, it was like, I'm back. And then right away, it was like, oh my gosh, it's Boston Pizza Tournament. And literally no time. I also had a couple interviews, which was good. And so, and then I'm like prepping for my next interview. So I had to make those priorities over my stampin' life here. So I haven't had time to do the draw, but the draw is to get 2 shimmer pen, to do 2 draws, and you'll receive shimmer pen and white cardstock to go with it so that you have something to practice your shimmering on. So anyway, I will do that. But I did complete who all gets a free card kit for the month of July. For this month, June. And so anybody that places a minimum order of $60 gets a free card kit. You can buy the card kit if you want for $15. A porch pickup, but if you want me to mail it, then there's that extra 10 because who knows what it's going to be. So watching a wild peacock that just showed up. Really? Where'd that wild peacock come from? Your neighbors have them? Your neighbors must have wild peacocks. I don't have that. All I get is we have our windows open at night, so every morning I get woken up to the rooster crowing, telling us it's morning and time to get up. I'm like, oh. So, yeah, we don't have our AC on yet, but I really don't need it. Good morning, Irene. Okay, so that goes there. So congratulations to Janice, Lise, the other Janice. So Janice Croswell, that's you, and Janice Lumsden, and Sandy, and Cheryl, and Debbie Neely, and Deb Shields, and Patty for placing an order with me last month. You'll be getting free card kits. And also, team meeting this Thursday, so if anybody wants to come out to Winnipeg and hang out with us for a couple hours, just text or comment here and I'll send you the information. Oh, look, I got ink all over my nails, huh? And you can join us, and for a couple hours or so, you just hang out, share, etc., etc. And I do prizes for my team and things like that. And anybody new gets a little gift and etc. So we just have some fun, and then we're going to make hopefully enough time to make 2 fun folds, but we'll see. Because, we get distracted and we chat and then we forget. Okay, so this is our last piece, which goes on the inside. So I'm just going to add some adhesive here with my initial in the middle to give it a little love. And then this goes here. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! Okay. And that's it. Now, I didn't feel like it really needed any more embellishments because you have that little line there, and then we did some splattering. So I decided to keep it simple. So, a couple of techniques with the clear embossing and then the splattering. And a couple tips. So that was my original, and then there's the other one. So they look very much alike. not much difference in anything. But if you did want to add a few embellishments, you could. You could also tie a bow, maybe even on one of the balloons, just to give it, you know, a little, to make it stand out more. But again, I feel like the Misty Moonlight stands out quite well and doesn't really need much. And so that pretty much covers it. So this card will go into the draw, and then also there's our matching envelope, so that'll go really nice. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. That was so easy. It was so fun. So feel free to replace the scallop with whatever you like. And if you have balloons, then by all means use it. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Remind people about the construction on Nairn. Oh, yes. It is so shut down. So to get to Barb's place where we always have our meetings, it's crazy. You cannot get in and out of there on the corner of Archibald and Nairn. And literally, there's only one way to get into De Salaberry Avenue. So, and it's also one direction. So you literally have to come off Nairn, or you have to come off, I guess, is that Archibald still? Or is it Watt? I guess you got to come from Watt, which leads to Archibald, because it changes street names, doesn't it? When you cross Talbot, or no, when you cross at Nairn. So one side's Archibald and the other side's Watt, I believe. Anyway, I will give you the info. So just comment here if you'd like to attend. My team meetings are open to anybody. It's just fun. Anyway, but if you're a team member, you just get a little bit more rewards and recognition. So thanks for joining. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And again, don't forget to like, share, and comment so that you can get entered into the draw. And then don't forget, $100 order starts today. And online, and our last chance product list is updated. And you'll be able to add this cute little stamp set. He's so cute. Anyway, I'm looking forward to creating with you at the end of the month when I get mine. So have a great day. Stay warm and hydrated, stay cool and hydrated. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. again. Have a great day. Happy stampin'.